Hi, I'm Kaden.
I'm Sydney.
And I'm Donna.
And this is Pieces in Trio Suite 3 by Marin Murray.
His performances, full of charm and fire, captivated his contemporaries, who said that he played like an angel. Composer and performer were closely linked, for at this time, soloists concentrated almost exclusively on playing their own works at concerts. This is a piece about Marin Murray by Drum de la Gorse and Sylvette Milliot.
So, Baroque suite is a collection of Baroque dances, often preceded by a prelude. All the pieces in the suite will share the same key, and they're organized with contrasting tempo and time signatures. Other names for the suite are partita and sonata, and suites were the most common genre in the Baroque era. Our piece was Pieces in Trio Suite 3. It was originally written for 2 violins and figured bass. It's in 2/2 time, and it was arranged for us for flute, trumpet, and euphonium. It uses delicate rhythms, and the parts all fit together in a very unique way.
Pieces in Trio Suite 3 was written for a collection of 60 pieces that was arranged into 6 different suites. The composer, Martin Murray, was the most famous violin player in the 17th century France.
Marin Murray actually enrolled in the choir school at St. Germain in 1667, where he probably learned how to play the viol there. That's what's rumored. It doesn't really know when he started. He completed his studies with the famous viol player Saint Colombe, and it's rumored that he surpassed his teacher after 6 months. And then by 1675, Maurice was playing in the opera in Paris.
A viol virtuoso, Marie was one of the first French instrumentalists to make his mark as a soloist. Gifted with a remarkable technique he developed, adding new complexities. His pleasing tone had a rare power thanks to an airy style of playing which made full use of open strings in their harmonies. However, his virtuosity always took second place to his musicality. This is another quote by the same Drum de la Gorse and Sylvette Milliot.
Baroque style and ornamentation. So Baroque style is a style of architecture, music, dance, painting, sculpture, and other arts that flourished in Europe from the early 17th century. The music from this era sounded overly ornamented and exaggerated. Ornamentation in this music, the embellishments of the melody, either by adding notes or by modifying rhythms, was most creatively ornamentation, which was linked with improvisation.
Pieces in Trio Suite was originally composed for 2 violins and a basso continuo. We wrote the first violin part for the flute, and the second violin part was transposed for B-flat trumpet and then moved down an octave. And the basso continuo was written out for the baritone, with subnotes moved up or down depending on the range.
So I met with Dr. Martinson to ask if the arrangement for our piece worked, and she said yes. And then I also asked if she'd be our mentor, and she said yes. So we met with her, and she helped us with how we should set up for our performance. And then she helped us on ornamentation and a lot of blending between our instruments, just because 2 brass instruments and a flute aren't going to be great together. So she helped us a lot on that. And then she also pointed out to us that we need to pay more attention to where our parts are together and kind of bring that out and make sure that that's all together.
And this is us. Thank you.
piece.
Yeah.
So our successes, when we worked together, we worked really good with each other. We worked on our parts individually so we could focus on performance aspects when we worked together. The work was divided evenly. Our performance was the best run through that we had. And I was also to learn new things about Baroque music because I've never played any before that. From Donna and Kaden, who had previously worked on Baroque.
And we had a lot of challenges this go round. I got the flu and a kidney infection the week before the performance, so we couldn't rehearse. And we thought that this would be okay because we thought the performance date was March 25th, but turns out it was March 11th, so we kind of scrambled at the end to get everything worked out. And ornamentation on the trumpet was harder than I thought it would be due to the key, which I'm sure you probably heard because trills were really tricky. And Sydney ended up playing the baritone due to like blending and needing the basso continuo part to be low, and it was harder than expected because the range it was written in, and our schedules did not link up as much as we thought they originally would. These are we're excited.
Yay!
Yay!